What's up, guys? We are going to be looking into what wish is going to be coming true for you soon. So what wish is on the horizon that's going to be granted for you soon? We're going to have 4 piles today. And pile 1 is going to be the 7 of Diamonds. Almost said the 7 of Pentacles. Pile 2 is going to be the 2 of Diamonds. Pile 3 is going to be the 3 of Hearts. And pile 4 is going to be the 4 of Spades. Well then. Pile 1 is the 7 of Diamonds. Pile 2 is the 2 of Diamonds. Pile 3 is the 3 of Hearts. And pile 4 is the 4 of Spades. Funny how that worked out. For the collective, I've got the 4 of Hearts. So this is a wish. The wish that's coming true for you is one that you're not going to be expecting. This is one that when it comes true in retrospect, it will not be surprising to you, I think. But up until that point, it's not something that you're looking at. It's not something that you're focusing right now. It's going to shock you a little bit when this comes into fruition. All right, and we're going to move into pile number 1, which is the 7 of Diamonds. Already, I'm getting that this is something that's been in the works for a long time. Probably a project that you gave up hope on, honestly. A project that you haven't necessarily given up on yet, but you've given up on getting the results, I think, that you were expecting out of it. For some of you, this is going to be a person or a relationship. This is going to be a relationship with someone who, frankly, you had told them time and time again to change their ways, regardless of what those ways are, and it seemed like that was never going to happen. I get the feeling that, at least for some of you, recently this person has had kind of like a come to Jesus moment, basically, where they've kind of seen the light and realized that they're going to lose you if they don't change, or that you were right and they really needed to change their ways, otherwise things weren't going to go well for them. But for others of you, this is a lot more practically like an actual project, a physical project that you are working on, that you maybe gave up hope on getting the recognition for that you really wanted. You haven't really given up on the project itself or on the actual like hobby or interest itself, but I think you might have given up on the idea of ever getting real recognition or real success in that avenue. And I think that's going to be coming up for you soon. I think you're going to be surprised in just how much things are going to change and speed up. The term I'm hearing is speed up. How fast things are going to start speeding up for you. For a lot of you, this is monetarily involved somehow. This might be a person who you have like funds really, really strongly tied to, or this might be a project that you either really wanted to make money from or you put a lot of money into. All right, I've got Judgment. Yeah, this is something really important too. This is something that's going to end up being really this is something that's going to be really impactful in your life, basically. Again, if this is a project and it's something that you really wanted validation from, and especially if it's something that you really wanted to make like money off of or you wanted to start a career out of, it's going to end up being very, very important for you. Things are going to start speeding up really quickly. If this is a person, this literally is a come to Jesus moment. Like, this person has seen the light somehow. And judgment is indicative of Pluto energy. That's very transformative energy. This is going to be a very quick wish coming true. This is going to be a really quick transformation in an avenue that you had, I think, mostly given up hope on seeing any sort of progress in. We've got, yeah, the Chariot. Things are going to start speeding up very, very quickly. Things are going to start really picking up pace in a way that I think will surprise you, and I'm pretty sure will outpace what you had originally thought of anyway. Like, this is going to end up being something that goes past your wildest hopes, basically. This is going to end up being something that really, I'm getting dream come true energy, frankly. And again, this is something that you've put in a lot of energy and effort towards, even if it's just kind of passing, even if this is just like a hobby that you've had for most of your life. Something like writing, right? If you have done a whole lot of writing, if you've spent a lot of your life writing things like fan fiction or like personal pieces of fiction or poetry, and you never really thought that you were going to get any kind of recognition for that, that's going to change soon. You're going to start realizing just how much people want that from you. Just as an example, writing is coming through as a very strong example, though. So if manifestation is something that's big for you, if scripting is something that's big for you, it's working. And if scripting is something that you've been considering, I think you should give it a shot. If manifestation is something that you're into, definitely getting strong scripting vibes here. And the Eight of Swords. This is something that you will not see coming. The success is not something that you'll see coming. And something that I think lately might have been feeling more like a burden than anything else, especially if this is a hobby that you really, or like, hobby keeps coming to mind more than anything else, but an activity and anything that you've really wanted recognition in and you just haven't gotten it. And it's starting to feel like it's bogging you down almost. Like, it's hard to continue being optimistic and working through things when you feel like nobody cares or nobody's paying attention. That's not the case. I get the feeling that people are paying attention, first of all. You just can't see them. And that's going to change soon. Soon you will actually get confirmation that there are people who really like your work. There are people who really want to see more of you. And for some of you, you're going to get confirmation that there are people who want to invest in you and really want to invest in your idea and invest in your progress. If this is a person, this is someone who you may have been feeling tied down to lately, someone who you may have been feeling kind of trapped with lately. And frankly, that energy might be rubbing off on them. They might be starting to catch up or catch on to this energy of you feeling trapped. And it might be what's motivating them to change. If this is a person, they do care about you. This is someone who does care about you. They don't want you to be unhappy. They don't want you to be miserable. I think it just comes down to a choice of, do they like this bad habit more than they care about you? And the answer is no. The answer that they're coming to is no. And they're going to start swapping things around so they can show you that and prove that to you. The Ten of Wands. This will end up being work, though, especially if this is especially if this is something that you're hoping to make money off of, some kind of creative avenue that you're hoping to make money off of. The progress that you pick up is going to end up being progress. I think it might be a little bit overwhelming at first. Regardless of the situation, I do think that the success that comes with this will be a little bit overwhelming at first, because it's surprising. It's something that's going to happen really fast, and it's something that's going to happen out of nowhere, seemingly. Like, almost, it will feel like it's out of nowhere because you had mostly given up hope that you were going to see results the way that you wanted to see results. When you look back on it, though, it will be something that you realize you've been working hard for, you've been putting in the effort for, you deserve what's coming towards you. You've already worked really hard for it. And even though things might feel a little bit overwhelming at first, you've already done all of the groundwork, so you will grow into it very quickly. You will settle into this new dynamic in your life very quickly. And the moon. I think you can kind of feel this energy coming on too. I do get the sense of someone very intuitive. I think you have a strong intuition, and I think your intuition is leaning you towards the idea that something big is about to happen in your life. I think intuitively you can kind of sense that something big is about to happen, some big change is about to happen. And you're right about that, especially if you've been losing sleep recently. I think it's just you energetically knowing that something big is about to happen for you. The moon, especially this traditional moon, depicts a little like lobster at the beginning of its trail and its journey. And the moon card is about venturing into unknown waters and unknown territory. This is a venture that's going to feel very, very new to you. It's something that you've wanted, and it's something that's going to be very life purpose energy. This is something that it's meant for you to have. It might just feel a little bit overwhelming at first. Of the 5 cards that I've pulled so far, 3 of them are major arcana. This is definitely something that's going to be very big and very impactful in your life. And regardless of how good something feels, regardless of how right something feels, all of it all at once will be overwhelming. And it's just getting past that initial rush that's going to take the most work for you. But once things settle down, you'll realize that you have more than what it takes to get through things and to like really, this is a blessing that was meant for you, basically. You have everything that you need to make this work. The Fool at the bottom of the deck. You have everything that you need to make this new journey work. Don't be afraid. I am getting kind of a sense of trepidation. I think there is the feeling, a little bit of imposter syndrome here. Don't be afraid. And if this is a person, if this is about a person, don't be afraid to trust them. Don't dive on in if you have experienced letdowns from this person before, but don't be afraid to trust them, especially if you are willing to give them another chance anyway. If you're giving them another chance, give them another chance. I think you'll be surprised at how different things are this time around for you. We've got Friends. Yeah, this is definitely, for some of you, this is definitely going to involve a person. For all of you, you're looking at support. This new chapter in your life is going to bring you support, especially if you have been looking for validation in what you have been doing, whether that is a relationship that you've held or a project that you've been working on for a long time. If you have been looking for validation that you're going in the right direction, you're going to start getting that in the form of community. You're going to start getting confirmation that there are people who really care about you and really want to see you succeed in this avenue, people who are really touched by what you do, and people who want to see you do more of it. Falseness. Strong fake it till you make it energy. Again, I'm getting strong imposter syndrome energy. At first, this is going to feel like something that you might not be capable of. This is going to feel like something that might not fit you correctly. And you're being asked to remember that you would never be put in a situation that wasn't right for you. You would never be brought this far just to fail here. You've been brought to where you are because you have what it takes to make it work. You deserve the miracle that's coming your way. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't feel right to you at first. If you fake it till you make it, you'll realize that you don't really have to fake it. You just need to trust yourself. Malady. For some of you, this is going to be the end of an illness. Just as like a side note, for some of you, this next chapter in your life, it's going to be part of getting better from some kind of illness, basically. I am getting strong, like, mental illness, like not getting better, but getting a better grip on your health and on your mental state. Connected to the imposter syndrome, I am getting the sense that you might have been feeling depressed recently, especially in regards to whatever the situation is, and whatever you feel like you haven't been getting any kind of recognition in, basically. Whatever you feel like you might have been pouring energy into that you weren't getting anything back from. It might have been causing you a little bit of depression recently, and for some of you, that's not just recently. For some of you, you've been dealing with that for a very, very long time. This next chapter of your life is going to see clarity come to you from that. You're going to start seeing your mind clear up a little bit, and for some of you, that will also start showing itself in your physical well-being as well. You're going to start feeling better just overall. Haughtiness with the peacock. Don't be afraid to be proud of yourself. Again, if you gotta fake it till you make it, you might as well fake it all the way. Don't be afraid to be proud of yourself. You weren't offered something because you couldn't handle it, and you weren't offered something because you don't deserve it. Be proud of yourself and be proud of your work. Recognize your worth. It will work out for you in the end. Don't undersell yourself, regardless of whether that is your creative talents or like your actual personhood in a relationship. Do not undersell yourself. You deserve what's coming to you, and you should be willing to ask for what you want in this situation. Joyfulness. Ultimately, this will make you happy. At the end of the day, this is going to be something that makes you happy. I'm getting youthful too. This is something that's going to make you feel really, really youthful. For some of you, this is something that's going to be, it's going to be recognizing a childhood dream. This is something that you've dreamt about. Fortune. At the bottom of the deck, fortune. It will feel like a dream coming true, like a miracle coming true. I think that energy of a miracle, of something coming true that you never would have expected, it's part of why it's going to feel so uncomfortable at first, because it feels too good to be true. It's going to feel like something that it's going to feel too good to be true at first. And that's not the case. It's going to feel like something that you might not deserve. Also not the case. You deserve everything that's coming your way, and I do get the feeling that you've worked and waited. You've waited for a long time, and you've worked really hard for it. So we've got the Lady. The Lady speaks of internal growth. So this is definitely something that, regardless of how much it grows your material life, you're going to see a lot of internal growth from it. Like, you are going to, I'm getting the image of like a snake shedding its skin. This is something that is going to make you feel really, it's going to be very encouraging, basically. Like, once you get a grip, that made it sound terrible. Once you accept the fact that this is something that you deserve, and that you've worked for it, that this is something that has been coming to you because you've put in the effort for it, it's going to give you confidence. You're going to get a lot of confidence out of this new chapter in your life. You're going to, the word mature is also coming up, like emotional maturity. This is something that's going to really move you into a new state of being in your life. And we've got the heart. Again, with that internal feeling, this is something that's going to make you feel complete. This is something that's going to make you feel whole, especially if you've been having issues with depression lately. This is something that is going to help you lift you out of that and help lift you out of that fog. It's going to be something that makes you feel loved. It's going to be something that you love doing, and getting that recognition from it, getting that validation will, I don't want to say validate your love, but it'll validate all of the time and energy and effort that you've put into this, that you may have been feeling might have been a waste lately. And we've got the child, and it'll make things feel brand new for you. This is going to re-energize your interest in this. This is going to re-energize, if this is a relationship, this is going to bring back that honeymoon phase. This is going to bring back like that first phase when you're getting to know someone and you're obsessed with them, basically. This is going to make this feel like brand new for you. And we've got the anchor at the bottom of the deck. And yet, despite feeling brand new, it's going to be something that also anchors you down. It's going to be something that makes you feel grounded. It's going to be something that gives you a foundation, because you have a foundation to work off of already. I get the sense that this is going to be something that ultimately grows your confidence in a way that helps you build boundaries to make really great relationships with people, wrapping back around to the community that you're going to get validation from, or the community that's going to start coming in. You're going to be able to set really great boundaries with these people and make a really great home base. Found family vibes are coming to mind. It's a really, really homey energy. It's a really, really nice homey energy that I'm getting. For a lot of you, this is something that you've wanted since you were a little kid too. If not wanted since you were a little kid, this is something that you've been putting effort into since you were very young, or for a large part of your life anyway. And it will feel very validating to see it come true. It'll feel very validating to start getting recognition for something that you've put in so much energy over the years too. All right, loves. Well, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for coming here and playing with me. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, pile 2, that's going to be the 2 of diamonds. So I'm getting balance already. You might have been going through a really hectic or turbulent time in your life, and you may have been wishing for peace recently, or balance. It's going to be, that's going to be part of the wish that's coming true. You're going to be feeling a lot more balanced in the days that come in the next chapter of your life. Especially if you've been having issues with work-life balance, or like school-life balance, or anything like that. You're going to start getting a better handle on that. Things are going to start getting a little bit easier for you to handle. Alright, so I've got the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been, I get the sense of working very hard recently. Definitely neglecting self-care almost. What's coming through more than anything else is don't work too hard. I think recently you might have been working a little bit too hard, putting a lot of energy into something, and you're definitely getting the message here to maybe take a break and not overwork yourself. The Knight of Pentacles. Very hard worker. You're a very hard worker. Part of the wish that's coming true is that you're going to start seeing your work pay off. You're going to start seeing all of the, I'm getting sacrifice. I'm definitely getting strong sacrifice energy here. All of the sacrifices that you've been making for the work that you've been doing, you're going to start seeing that pay off. That is definitely part of the wish that will be coming true. Whatever you've been pouring your energy into, that's been kind of the center of your life recently, whatever you have been kind of making the focal point of your life, you're going to start seeing rewards for putting all of that time, energy, and effort into it. Strength. Yeah, and this hasn't been easy. This hasn't I don't think this has been an easy process. I think that you're a very, very hard worker, and this has been I'm getting physically taxing more than anything else. Honestly, I'm getting the sense that like you've been spending sleepless nights up. You've been neglecting like meals and stuff. Maybe some of you have been neglecting your well-being. Obviously, that is not a great thing. You are definitely getting the message to take care of yourself. The Knight of Pentacles is indicative of Virgo energy, and Virgo is very health-based, like daily routine and health-based. So I get the sense that you're a very, very hard worker, and passionate. Strength is indicative of Leo. So there's also a lot of passion there. So I do get the sense that you are a very hard worker and you're very passionate about what you do, and that can sometimes make it easy for you to forget about basic things like sleep and food and water. You're being reminded here not to do that. You're being reminded here, again, balance. Part of the wish that will be coming true is you'll be having better balance in your life soon. You'll be able to actually have balance back in your life soon. So you won't have to pour all of this energy into this. The Magician. Yeah, it'll start coming easier. It'll definitely start to come in easier. And of the 4 cards, we're seeing a whole lot of yellow already. Yellow is indicative of wealth and like material prosperity. So you're going to start seeing tangible material rewards and tangible material results for what you've been pouring all of your energy into. And it's going to start feeling a lot easier for you to manage. You won't need to have this so unbalanced lifestyle going. It'll become a lot easier to you soon. The 7 of Swords. And it'll start feeling like you're getting away with something. You'll have put in so much work to this that it'll feel like you're skating free because you're not working as hard with it anymore. And that's not the case. Again, the wish that is coming true is you're going to start getting better balance in your life, and you're going to start getting a better handle on what you've been doing. You're also going to see tangible results in what you've been doing, and you're going to start getting actual recognition for what you've been doing. Yet the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is very much indicative of the fact that you might not have been feeling very the word respected keeps coming to mind, but that's not valued. Part of why you might have been working so hard is because you've been looking for some recognition or validation, and you're going to be getting that soon. You won't be feeling so on the outs. You're going to be getting the recognition that you deserve, frankly, soon. Yeah, frivolity with the butterfly. What's coming out to me more than anything that there is the butterfly, very transformative energy. The times are going to, oh, the times they are changing. Things are going to start changing really soon. You're going to start seeing quick results coming in soon that's also going to start making the flow of everything that you're doing a whole lot easier. And frankly, when you start seeing results, when you start seeing actual tangible results, it's going to start feeling a lot easier for you to do the work. You're going to start feeling a lot more confident in the work you do too. It'll be easier to do the work because you'll feel a lot more confident in the work that you're doing. Reunion. And so For some of you, when you see success, it's going to bring people back, possibly people that you haven't had the best history with, people that are perhaps not the greatest. Basically, it's your success is going to draw people back who are going to want to be on good terms with you again because you are seeing success. Um, you're definitely being guided to think about things before letting them back into your life. This is a very straightforward message. They're going to be, I'm getting slick. I'm getting very strong, slick, good with their words, energy. And they're going to love bomb. Love bomb is the exact term that's coming to mind. They're going to have a lot of love to give you, and they're going to have a lot of excuses for why you should forgive them and why you should put this in the past. You are just being guided to maybe think on that. You are being guided to remember why your relationship with these people ended, and remember that they're perhaps not the most trustworthy, especially since you're going to be seeing again a lot of physical abundance in this next chapter of your life, especially if you are currently seeing a lot of material lack, like you've been facing a lot of like financial hardships recently. That's going to be turning around very soon. You're going to be rewarded for all of the effort that you've put in, and you're going to be rewarded for sticking it out this whole time and keeping your chin up and continuing to do the work. You're going to see reward for that soon. So don't let people who weren't there for you when you needed them come back with their excuses for why they can definitely be here for you now that you don't need them anymore and you have things to offer them in return. That's just a little bit of a reminder that you're getting, or a very straightforward message that you're getting, actually. And cheerfulness. But we are wrapping up with the fact that this is something that you're going to celebrate. This is something that you're going to cheers to. You're going to toast to. This is going to be a big accomplishment. With the priest at the bottom of the deck, and it's going to be an accomplishment that was meant for you, basically. Both the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and the priest at the bottom of this deck, they both have very strong spiritual vibes, basically. The Five of Pentacles is outside of a church. There's very strong spiritual vibes here. So regardless of whether you yourself are spiritual or not, there is a sense of this being meant for you, this being preordained for you or destined for you, basically. So all of this work that you've put in, you're going to be rewarded for it. This has all been a part of the plan. I know no one likes hearing that exact terminology, but this has all been according to plan. You've been doing everything exactly how you've been supposed to be doing it, and you will be rewarded for it soon. In fact, these two cards ended up lined up right next to each other. They're even both holding their arms up like that. You're going to be feeling very successful soon. You're going to be feeling very, very on top of the world soon. It's a really triumphant energy. This is definitely the energy of like getting to the end of the finish line and winning the race, you know what I mean? Coming in first place. If this is a project that you've been working on, or some kind of competition that you've been working on and pouring all of your energy into, this is definitely confirmation that you've been doing amazingly and you're going to see really great results. All right, we've got the Tower. Yeah, this is going to be something big, and it's definitely going to be something that makes you feel big. It's going to be something that makes you personally feel like you are on the top of the world. After all of the work that you've put into it, it should be something that pays off this well. And the man speaks of outward energy. So this is going to be the chapter of your life that you're entering into is going to be a whole lot of extroverted energy and a whole lot of extroversion. So definitely be prepared. That's you're getting warnings about people coming back into your life already. Like there's definitely going to be strong extroverted energy coming up here. So you're being guided to, again, take care of yourself. This is another reminder that you need to take care of yourself. This next chapter of your life is going to be, I'm getting really intense. Like it's going to be really, really fast moving. And you should remember to take care of yourself for it, basically. I do get the feeling that because you've been pouring so much of your energy into something recently, it's been a very, very hermited time period for you, a very introverted time period for you. The success is going to bring you a lot of forward motion. It's going to bring a lot of like motion into your life. So you're going to go really quickly from introverted energy to extroverted energy. And you're just being reminded here to like take care of yourself in the process. And we've got the Mountain. And this might feel difficult at first. This win is going to open up the door for you for more wins, but more work too. Again, part of the wish that's coming true is that you're going to find work-life balance. And part of that is going to be fitting in a new style of work to your life, basically. At first, it might feel a little bit strange. At first, it might feel a little bit awkward. It might take a little bit of getting used to. You're being guided to stick it out. You're being guided to push through. Both the Tower and the Mountain are big, like, sightseeing things, right? This is going to be something really big in your life, and it's going to be something that brings you a whole lot of attention. You're going to be in the limelight in the next chapter of your life. This is very much the energy of being in the spotlight. So you're going to go very quickly from being very introverted to being not just extroverted, but the center of attention in a lot of different ways. So make sure to take care of yourself in the times that come. And we're looking at the bouquet, not the banquet, the bouquet. This, however, is an image of a banquet. So someone has some kind of formal event coming up. If that's the case, you're going to have a good time. Have a good time, in fact. You're going to have a lot of fun. The bouquet speaks of gifts. This next portion of your life is going to feel very gifted to you. It's going to feel very blessed. This is the energy of feeling like a gift has been given to you. So regardless of how hard things may feel working, like regardless of how awkward it might feel to work into things initially, don't be afraid. Stick it all out. This is going to feel amazing. You're going to be very validated in the next chapter of your life. People are going to show you just how much they look up to you. I'm definitely getting the energy of people looking up to you. And I think that's already the case. I have a feeling that that's already the case. You may have been so focused on the things that you've been doing that you haven't quite noticed just how many people really do look up to you. When you celebrate your successes, there will be people who want to celebrate with you, not just the people who are coming back into your life because they have guessed that they can get something out of you now, but like genuinely people who support you and people who have supported you this whole time. I'm getting even silent supporters. Yeah, Hope with her eyes covered. These are going to be people who you haven't really been. Some of these are people who you don't even know, especially if you've been sharing progress of anything on social media. You've garnered a little bit of a following, I feel. So this is going to be the next chapter of your life is going to bring clarity in the sense of you're going to start seeing just how many people's lives you touch, and you're going to start seeing just how many people really support you and really want to see you succeed. And when you succeed, you're going to see just how many people have been wanting to see you succeed and how many people are really stoked to see you succeed. It's a really, really great winning energy, and it speaks of a really blessed chapter of your life coming up. That is what I've got for you, pile 2. I hope it was fun. Thank you so much for playing. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, and we are on pile 3. That's going to be the 3 of hearts. So already what I'm getting is a strong sense of community and friendship. The wish that's going to be coming true is going to be good, solid relationships and friendships, especially if you've been going through a chapter in your life recently where you felt kind of lonely, or you felt kind of, yeah, the Ace of Cups. New relationships are going to be coming into your life, especially if you've been going through a time period where you've been feeling a little bit lonely, or maybe feeling like you haven't been connecting to people quite as well recently. I'm even feeling kind of tongue-tied. If you've been having trouble talking to people recently for whatever reason, that's going to start clearing up. I'm hearing the word loyal too. You're going to get really loyal friendships. If you've had issues with, like, maybe not the most trustworthy people in your history, that won't be the case anymore. You're going to start getting friends that really want to see you succeed. You're going to start building relationships with people that you can really trust to have your back, people who do genuinely want to have your back. All right, and we've got the Death card. If you have had difficulty with friends in the past, I am so sorry. This is very powerful, transformative energy. I get the feeling that you are going through a very transformative time in your life. This has been a very trying chapter in your life. For some of you, this has very directly involved people who you thought you trusted, who maybe you couldn't have trusted in the end. This might not even have been like a very recent betrayal. For some of you, I'm getting that this has been like a really long period of your life that you've been kind of healing and getting better after really, really profound betrayals. The wish that's coming true soon for you is that you'll really start to see just how much your healing has done for you. Soon you're going to really start seeing just how much people not just want to get to know you, but also want to treat you well. There are people in the world who will be wonderful to you if you let them. It's unfortunate that you had to deal with people who were not so great first. For some of you, I'm getting even family members, like you might not have had the best family life growing up. You might not have the best familial relationships now. If that's the case, you're going to start finding people who feel like family. You're going to start finding a place and a home soon. The Knight of Cups. So the Death card is indicative of Scorpio, and the Knight of Cups is indicative of Pisces. Both of them are not just water signs, they're incredibly deep water signs. There's something very deep and profound about both of those water signs. And they're both moving forward on a horse like that. I get the sense that you are someone who wears your heart on your sleeve. You're someone who is very open and honest about how you feel. And you are definitely being guided to continue to be that way. I'm getting the message here that whatever has happened to you in the past, know that it wasn't your fault. Know that there are people who really miss you. In fact, part of the wish that's going to be coming true is the fact that you're going to get validation soon. That the people that hurt you in the past, the people that treated you poorly or took advantage of you, they're losing now. Like they're being punished for it now. Take some comfort in the fact that people did not get away with treating you poorly. Cosmically, that didn't work out for them. You're a good person, and ultimately, you are not at fault here. Even if it felt that way, I do get the energy, a very, very self-aware energy. I get the feeling that you're very, very introspective. And for someone who's very introspective and very emotionally very aware of your emotions, basically, very self-aware. It can be easy to convince yourself that you it can be easy to convince yourself that you were in the wrong or you could have done things differently. The facts speak for themselves, though. You have been moving on with your life. You have been moving forward with your life. And I get the feeling that you've been doing really well. This is really creative energy. This is the kind of energy where you took the heartbreak that you felt and you took the pain that you went through and you transmuted it into something else. You transmuted it into something better and brighter. It made you better on the other end of it. These people, the people that hurt you in the past, that is not the case for them. They did not get better. They did not win. They realized, in fact, far too late that you offered them so much and you never asked for anything in return. And now they're having to face people who are constantly asking for things from them and, much like them, have nothing to offer them in return. People are realizing just how much they had with you and just how much they lost with you. And one of the wishes that will be coming true for you is you are going to get validation of that soon. The Six of Swords, and it'll help you move on emotionally. You're gonna get closure from bad experiences in your life soon. This doesn't have to be romantic. It definitely feels romantic for a lot of people, but this doesn't have to be romantic. For some of you, it feels like a bad work situation. Like a work situation that ended poorly, and you almost, because of how it ended and because of how badly things went, it can almost feel like it was you, like you weren't doing well enough, like you were the problem, like you weren't good at your job. This could have been something that very profoundly affected your confidence. You're gonna get closure in that soon, and it's gonna help you move on to calmer shores. It's gonna help you move forward with your life and move into a state where you're feeling much more confident. I get the sense here of a hermit period that was very emotionally introspective. Even if that wasn't on purpose, I do get the sense that after whatever happened, you went inward and you grew from it. You're going to see the next chapter in your life is going to make use of that emotional maturity. It's going to make use of all of the emotional growth that you've done in this period of your life, in the next chapter that you move on to. There's something very soothing about this energy. There's something very calm waters about this energy. You're moving forward into a time in your life where, regardless of how turbulent things have been up until this point, you're going to be finding peace soon. The Tower. And it's going to be very different. I get the sense that it's going to shake things up and be very different, ironically enough. I get the feeling of someone who has had who has been through very unstable points in your life. Someone who has dealt with bad people. It wasn't just this one situation. You have dealt with bad people throughout your life. You're moving into a time in your life where you're going to be finding support and you're going to be finding peace and you're going to be finding really harmonious relationships. And ironically enough, that is going to feel like a huge shakeup to you. It's going to, that kind of support and that kind of peacefulness just keeps coming to mind, is going to feel a little bit odd at first. It's going to feel a little bit shaky at first to you. You're definitely being guided to remember that all forms of transformation feel this way. Between the Death card and the Tower card, there's very strong transformative energy here. Your life is going through a very profound change, and it did start internally. You started your changes internally, and you're going to start seeing your external world reflect all of the changes you've done within yourself. And the Two of Pentacles. And you're going to start finding balance. It'll be a lot easier to find balance then between it'll be a lot easier to find balance in your relationships. Instead of constantly giving to other people, you're going to meet people who want to give back to you. You're going to start finding a lot more balance and reciprocity in your relationships. Again, it's a very calm energy. You're going to find people who want to help you. You're going to find people who want to help you heal, even. I'm getting the sense of like a support group almost, not necessarily literally a support group, though for some of you this might be something like AA. For some of you this might be like moving into a point in your life where you go to something like AA or NA. If that's the case, you're definitely being guided to take that step, by the way. If that is the case for you, you are for sure being guided to take that step. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. When I say support group, I mean just people who like literally want to support you through all of the changes in your life. At the very center of the 5 cards here with the 6 of Swords, I noticed the ferryman who's ferrying across this woman who's coming from a bad situation in her life, or this person who's coming from a bad situation in their life. These are people who want to help you. You're going to meet people who want to help you. And the sign, the hint for the people that you're going to meet, this is someone who's going to be very, very passionate. I get the sense that this is someone who is going to compliment you very well. If you are the kind of person who's very soft-spoken, this is going to be someone who is very loud and someone who's more than willing to speak up for you. This is going to be someone who compliments you very, very well. This is going to be a group of people for a lot of you that compliment you very, very well. People who are willing to support you and naturally support you in a way that actually works for you. And we've got the 3 of Hearts. And they're going to help you heal. Again, I get the feeling that people haven't been the kindest to you. Your history with other people, your relationships haven't been the kindest. They haven't been the easiest to get through. These are people who really want to help you heal. You're going to meet people who are going to be angry on behalf of you, by the way. You're definitely going to be meeting people who are not only supportive of you, but are on your side, basically. I do get the sense that for some of you, you haven't had that. You haven't experienced that. You don't know what it's like to have people who would ride or die for you, and you've really wanted that. That is part of the wish that's coming true. That's one of the wishes that'll be coming true for you. You're going to get those ride or die friends that you've been wanting. Friend. You're going to get the ride or die friends that you've been wanting. The next chapter of your life is going to be a very, very communal chapter. You're going to get the community that you've been looking for. And we've got the Merchant. I'm getting strong, like, travel vibes here, too. There's a lot of traveling going on between the 2 horsemen and the ferryman. And even the waves in the back of the sea with the ships. And the Tower is just all movement as a card. There's a whole lot of moving energy going on here. I get the sense that these are going to be people who you like travel with. These are going to be people who you like make memories with, even if it's not like physically traveling very far. These are going to be the kind of people that you make memories with. And for some of you, these are going to be people that you start actual businesses with. These are going to be people who you like actually go into working relationships with, especially if you've dealt with really bad coworkers or really bad bosses, or have had like a really bad work history that involved people taking advantage of you and taking advantage of your work. You're going to be moving into a point in your life where people want to help you and people want to take advantage of just how good you are at your job and at what you do. You're going to start meeting people who are not afraid to compliment you and affirm the fact that, yes, you are very good at what you do, and they are willing to do what it takes to keep you. And the Thief. Be wary of people trying to come back into your life. I think I mentioned before that one of the gifts that you're going to be given, one of the wishes that's going to come true for you, is you're going to get confirmation that these people that hurt you, they are hurting without you. This is definitely the warning that when things start going better for you, there are going to be people who try to sneak back into your life. You're being warned of that right now, and you're being reminded that you don't need these people. But I'm also getting that you don't really need that reminder either. By the time this starts happening, by the time people start trying to make their way back into your life and slither their way back in, you will have a community of people that will make it so clear to you that you don't need these bad people in your life. You don't miss them. You don't need them. You haven't needed them this whole time, and they need you because they're back now. That is going to be a gift in and of itself. But you're definitely being reminded that you do not need these people, and you should probably cast them aside when they come through. And we've got the waiting card. This is all going to happen very organically too. There's nothing that you need to do to start this process. This is going to be a very organic thing when you start meeting people. It's going to be something that kind of just falls into your lap. All of these wishes that start coming true, like, you have been, I feel, putting your head down and doing the work. You have been working on yourself internally. You have been focusing on yourself. You just need the things to start happening. You just need the wishes to start coming true. And this is your confirmation that that is going to happen soon. You are going to start seeing things coming true very, very soon. The Death card and the Tower card are both indicative of very, very fast moving energies. You're going to start seeing things happening in your life very quickly. And the Hope card. So don't lose hope. I do get the sense that you may have been depressed, comes to mind. You may have been feeling not so great emotionally lately. You're being guided here to not lose hope. Again, you've been waiting for things to change, and you've been waiting for things to happen, and it can feel aching to have to wait. But things are going to start picking up for you very, very soon. All of your waiting, all of your work, it will pay off very, very soon. Joyfulness. And even the picture depicts like younger people playing together outside. You're going to meet people that make you feel very, very youthful and happy and joyful. This is going to be a very reciprocal relationship with the people that you meet. And there are more than one person here. There's definitely going to be like a group of people coming your way. The number 3 seems to be important with the 6 and the 2. The 6, the 3 at the bottom of this deck, and the 3 right here. Actually, right under the 3 of Swords was the 3 of Cups too. 3 seems to be a very important number for you, just to keep in mind. This is also the 3rd pile. Yeah, 3 seems to be a really important number for you. Alright, and we've got, yeah, the cross. The cross speaks of hardships that you grin and bear it through. This is something that you just kind of got to make it through. It's not something that you have to get over. It's not something that you have to put in extra work to. You just have to make it through the trial. And just the same as that waiting energy, you're being guided here to just hold on a little bit longer. You've put in the work. You've done all the changing that you need to do. You've done all the growth that you need to do. You're just being guided to hold on a little bit longer. And the anchor. This group of friends is going to make you feel very, very anchored. This is going to be a very, very grounding relationships coming into your life. And I get the sense for some of you, you might have had not the greatest childhood. You might have had a harder childhood. And it might be you might have a history of really unstable relationships from the time that you were very, very young. This is the sense of that found family wish coming true. A big wish of yours that's going to be coming true is you're going to find community that makes you feel at home. You're going to find that home that you've been looking for. And we've got the birds. There are 4 birds on that. I was just making sure. But there are 2 3s in the other numbers here. So, and 1 plus 2 and 12 equals 3. 3 is just a very important number for you. I'm not quite sure why, but keep that in mind. 3 seems to be a very important number for you. Anyway, the birds speak of gossip, usually anxious gossip, but what I'm getting here more than anything else is gossip. You're definitely on people's radars. People want to get to know you. I get the feeling that people are trying to figure out how to get to know you right now. You might not notice just how popular you are because you seem to have been working with your head down recently. I get the feeling of like severe underestimation. Like I get the feeling that you underestimate just how great you are. Know that people have noticed. Know that there are people who notice how great you are. And they notice that the scythe speaks of like reaping, of harvest. They think that you would be a really great addition to their life. You would bring a whole lot into their life. And that is the kind of energy that's coming towards you right now. That is the kind of energy that this new group of friends is going to bring to you. Very, very, I'm getting very strong. We're in fall right now. This reading is timeless. Yeah, the ring for continuous connections. This reading is timeless, but we are technically in fall right now. And that same sense of like bundling up and being really warm and cozy, that's the energy that I get. You're going to meet people who make you feel really warm and cozy inside, people who you would want to spend a snowy night with, basically. It's a very loving energy. And after what feels like a not so loving energy, it's something that you very much deserve, because I feel that you are probably someone who gives a whole lot. You're someone who's very, very giving, and you're going to meet people soon who want to give back to you. All right, loves, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for playing. I will see you next time. Bye. All right, last but certainly not least, we have group 4 with the 4 of spades. Already I'm getting a feeling of overwork. One of the wishes that will be coming true for you is you will be getting to rest soon. Soon you will be getting to actually rest. I am already getting like a very anxious feeling. There's something very anxious about the energy with this pile. If there's been something that's been worrying you recently, especially if it's some kind of like legal situation that's been worrying you recently, you're going to get confirmation that it's ended, and it'll end in your favor. That's definitely one of the wishes that's coming true. Yeah, the 4 of Pentacles. Stability. Really strong, stable energy. You're going to be finding stability soon, and it's going to give you the confidence and the security that you need to really let your guard down. What I'm seeing is kind of the 9 of Wands energy, where he has everything in order and there's not necessarily anything that he needs to be doing at that very moment, but he still looks like he's very much on guard because he's been caught off guard before. And it speaks of a certain type of wariness. And that's definitely the kind of energy that I'm getting attached to this pile. One of the wishes that'll be coming true is you're going to be able to really let go of that wariness. You're going to be able to really feel comfortable and secure again in your life. Especially if you've been having issues with your home too. If there's been issues in your home, soon you're going to be finding resolution and comfort. It's going to be comfortable for you in your home again. You're going to feel safe and secure in your home again. And no one should ever feel unsafe or insecure in their home. And we've got the Ten of Swords reversed. I do get the sense that you're waiting for something to end, and you're expecting, kind of like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's part of where this anxiety is coming from. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. For some of you, this is about a very specific situation that you're waiting for clarity on, or you're waiting for some sort of closure on. For others of you, though, this is really just an overwhelming sense of like dread, or an overwhelming sense of anxiety. And you'll be finding peace from that soon. I am getting the sense of like medical help for some people. Like you're going to be seeing a professional soon, or you're going to be seeking out like a therapist, or I'm even getting like insomnia for some of you. If you've been having trouble sleeping, you're going to be seeking out a professional to help you with some of the things that have been bothering you. And if that's the case, you're going to start feeling more at home in your own body. That is one of the wishes that's going to be coming true for you. You will start feeling more at home in your own skin. And we've got the Six of Cups. And it'll feel like a dream come true. The Six of Cups always has very dream come true energy for me. It'll feel like a dream come true when all of this is finally over. And when you look back on this situation in your life, when you look back on this time in your life, it'll feel almost unreal. There's a certain sense of unreality to this card, right? With the two people who are kind of oddly sized. It's part of why the Six of Cups is kind of a dreamy card for me. It's the dream come true card, or it's one of the dream come true cards. There's a sense here that you are going to enter into this new chapter in your life with actual comfort. And I'm not sensing a huge chapter change, in fact. I'm sensing more closure on a very specific thing in your life. Even if it's just that overwhelming sense of dread, you're going to be moving away from that soon. That's going to be ending for you soon. You're going to start shifting your perspective on a couple things, I think. And it'll make life a whole lot easier to live. It's going to make breathing a whole lot easier for you soon. And we've got the King of Swords. And it'll involve a message. I'm definitely getting the sense that some of you are waiting on a message. If that's the case, this message is coming in soon. Yeah, and the Emperor. Between the King of Swords and the Emperor, there's strong energy that you're waiting on a message, and you're waiting on that message to allow you to move forward with something. If that's the case, it's coming in soon, and it's coming in very quickly. And the Seven of Pentacles. And this is something that you've been waiting for a long time. Or not waiting for, but working for a long time. This is definitely something that has been... If it's not a situation that you have been putting work into, it's a situation that has been going on for a very long time. For some of you, this is a legal situation. And if it's a legal situation, it's one that you've had to be really on guard for. It's one that you've had to really ride at the front of the lines for. And I'm getting that if it's a legal situation, it's something that's taken a long time. Most legal situations take a long time. That's part of what's so emotionally taxing about them a lot of the time, that like the legal process is not simple and it's not quick. And so I am getting the sense that for some of you, you've been waiting on some kind of legal or just some kind of official message, and that message is going to be coming in soon, and it's going to be coming in your favor. If you are not waiting on a message of any kind, especially if you've just been feeling kind of like anxious recently, you're going to get an idea soon. There's going to be inspiration striking you soon, whether that be creative or something other than that, whether that be like a new hobby that you get interested in. Creativity is going to spark for you soon, and you're going to feel re-energized again. You're going to feel like you can move again, like you're well rested. Honestly, this is going to be very strong, like well rested energy. The number 4 is sticking out as really important to you guys already. This happened in the last pile too, where 3 just kept coming up. 4 just keeps coming up with you with the start of the row with the 4 of Pentacles and the Emperor, which is the 4th Arcana card. The number 4 is it speaks of stability. There are 4 corners in a house. The number 4 is a very stable number. You're going to be finding stability soon. You're going to be finding safety soon. You're going to be feeling safe soon. Safe enough to rest and safe enough to pursue new interests, if that's the case. When creativity sparks for you, you're going to feel actually safe enough to pursue whatever crosses or whatever catches your eye. All right, and we've got the Sorrow card. This is definitely something that's been weighing on you. If this is a very specific situation, it's a situation that's been weighing on you for a long time now and has been really emotionally taxing. Again, I feel like even if this hasn't been something that's been actively going on, it's just been so emotionally taxing that even on the back burner, it's just tiring you out and it's wearing you down. Soon the wish that will be coming true, more than anything else, is you'll get to rest. You'll finally get peace of mind from this. You'll finally get to get away from this worry. If it is just a generalized anxiety that you've been feeling recently, again, you're going to be feeling the energy to get up and move again. You're going to be feeling that Aries energy again, that really like fiery moving energy again. Something is coming to your life to really give you that spark again. There's definitely the weariness here. The way that depression makes someone just feel so bone tired and heavy and like nothing matters. And when you find your way out of depression, it can feel almost like shrugging off a skin. Like, that is the energy that I'm getting here. Soon you'll be able to like shrug off that depression and really breathe, regardless of what's causing it. Yeah, malady. This has been something that's been weighing on you so much. This is something that's been weighing on you so much. And for a lot of you, or not a lot of you, but for some of you, this is an actual illness. This is a mental illness that you are going to get help for. This is a physical illness that you are going to get help with. Like for some of you, the wish that will be coming true is you're going to start getting your health taken more seriously. For some of you, you may have not had the best history with medical care. You might not have had the best history with medical care, with your health care. The wish that's going to be coming true is you're going to start meeting people who want to help you. You're going to start meeting people who are more conscientious with your needs and people who are kinder. The word that keeps coming to mind is kinder. People who are more willing to work with you and willing to work through things, especially if you are someone who suffers from a chronic illness. You know that it can be very difficult to really find someone who takes the fact that this is a consistent part of your life seriously. You're going to find people who support you through this soon. And the young woman. Yeah, you're going to find people who are willing to give you autonomy. The young woman speaks of someone who is entering the world and learning their autonomy, right? You're going to meet people who respect your autonomy, who respect what you have to say about your health, especially if this involves like your physical, actual health. You're going to meet people who really respect what you have to say and really want to work with you to figure out what's wrong with you. And we've got the wife. Between the young woman and the wife, there is a sense here that there's a woman or a feminine energy coming towards you, regardless of how they identify. There's definitely this sense that there's a more feminine energy coming towards you who really wants to support you. The wife is the support of the house, right? This is someone who wants to nurture you. This is someone who wants to care for you. This card even depicts her with a child. Like, someone is coming towards you, someone is coming into your life who really wants to care for you, who really wants to offer you, like, help. I do get the sense here that you may have had to grow up really young. Like, you might be someone who matured very young because you had to, because you didn't have a choice otherwise. The wish that's going to be coming true is you're going to be meeting people who want to help you, people who want to take some of that burden off of you, who want to give you some room to rest. Again, more than anything else, a wish that's coming true for you is that you will soon be able to rest. You'll soon feel comfortable and safe enough to rest. And we've got the thought. And this is something that you've been thinking about for a long time. I get the feeling that these wishes will be coming true for you because you've been putting a lot of energy into manifesting them. Definitely, I'm getting strong manifestation vibes. If manifestation is something that you're really into, if manifestation is something that you put a lot of energy towards and you believe in, know that this is confirmation that your manifestations are working. You're not crazy. The signs that you've been seeing, any signs that you've been picking up on, they're real. You are being guided to keep going. You are being guided not to give up hope. You are moving towards help. You are moving towards finding safety and community. You are moving towards answers and messages coming through to you and inspiration. Depression can feel endless. Depression can feel endless. And the energy attached here is very, very depressed energy. Know that regardless of how endless things might feel right now, that is certainly not the case. There is help coming towards you. Your wishes are on their way to coming true. Your manifestations are on their way to coming true. You are not just screaming into a void. And we've got the Doctor at the bottom of the deck. Again, with strong professional help. You're going to be getting help soon, especially if you've been needing help physically, if you've been needing help with your physical health. You're going to be receiving help soon, and you're going to be receiving confirmation soon that you weren't imagining it. I think for a lot of you, when it comes down to your health, if part of the wishes that are coming true for you is actual physical health related, you're going to be meeting professionals, and you're going to be guided towards professionals who, again, take you seriously and really want to work with you to figure out what's going on. What comes to mind is invisible illnesses, too. If part of what has been stressing you out for a long period of time, this doesn't have to be recent stress at all, if part of what's been stressing you out and making you anxious is an invisible illness or a problem that you can't figure out and you've been trying to figure out with doctors, you're going to be getting answers soon. Soon you'll be getting answers to that, and you'll be getting confirmation that, again, you weren't imagining any of it. You really did know what was going on with you this whole time. There will be answers and confirmation coming in soon. Yeah, the scythe. The scythe speaks of harvest. All of the work that you've put in, I do get the sense that some of you, especially if this is health related, you've been putting in actual research to it yourself. You've been putting in the legwork to try and figure this out. You're going to reap the benefits of all of that soon. You're going to be harvesting the benefits of all that work soon. You are going to see reward for all of the work that you've put in. If this is a legal situation, you're going to see reward for all of the work that you put in, all of the legwork that you put into this. Regardless of what the situation is, you will be seeing reward, even if it is just sticking it out. Even if it has just been, you have been horribly depressed and you have been sticking out life, you will see reward for sticking it out, because that is already an incredible thing to do. And we've got the Tower. The Tower speaks of really monumental things too. This next chapter of your life, it's going to feel monumental. This is going to be, even if the chapter itself is not a huge change, things are going to feel monumentally different for you. It will feel like shrugging out of something and stepping into the sunlight. And we've got the Woman. The Woman speaks of very introspective things. So as much as you will be shrugging off this depression and shrugging off this anxiety and this stress and stepping into the sunlight and being able to relax more and really give yourself some time to rest, you're going to get just as much emotional closure out of that. Like, this next period of your life is going to bring you a whole lot of emotional closure, especially if you've been fighting upstream, if you've been having to fight for recognition or fight for acknowledgement, if you've been having to fight against a larger entity, if we're talking about a legal situation. You're going to get the emotional closure that you need at the end of all of this that will actually let you really breathe out and rest. And we've got the Cross at the bottom of the deck. The Cross speaks of things that you just kind of have to grin and bear it to get through. The Cross speaks of trials and tribulations that often leave us with lessons. At the end of this, as surreal as some of this might feel, as different as you might feel in a month from now, 2 months from now, looking back on things, this growth and this chapter of your life, it will give you lessons at the end of things. You will have learned things at the end of this. And as much as suffering really should not be necessary to learn lessons, most of the time suffering is just suffering. It doesn't teach you anything. At the end of this, you will be proud of yourself. I think you'll be proud to be able to say that you made it through and you got through it all and you made it to the end. Well, Pile 4, that is all I've got for you. Thank you so much for coming and playing. I will see you next time. Bye.